Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Thursday. July 1st. This is what, American Day? Flag Day? Some special thing today I'd never heard of. There's a day for everything. Almost to the weekend, 4th of July weekend. Independence Day, I know that one. So Cohen tweeted, if you haven't seen, and lots of different geniuses decoding what he tweeted. But just the fact that he's tweeting to me that's good. And then also, I guess, let's see what. Oh, interesting. I didn't even think about that. So the time he tweeted at, everyone's showing it as 7:41, but I guess they're showing Central Time. Yeah, because I guess it'd be Texas GME headquarters, I suppose. For me, it was at 8:41, but lots of different stuff you can read into the brick by brick. I think the most solid or the most believed guesses is Bastille Day, French, I don't know, French Revolution or something. And that was on 7:14, and then also if you look at the time, is it 7:14? Okay, it's backwards, so 14:7. He had another tweet that was 14:7. I'm not gonna go into all the different things, but yeah. Anyways, that seems good. And I want to start recording as GME finally looked like it hit a bottom, and we've got price action that shows it's going to be in an uptrend now. Sorry, we're going to talk about SPY overall market, how beautiful all these all-time highs on the SPY are. GME option plays that we have. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Yeah, so today was kind of a slow, low volume melt-off day again. Let's see, what is our volume? 2.3. Gonna be a little bit more volume than yesterday, which is interesting because we didn't have any like pops like we did yesterday. Yesterday's volume was just really low the whole day, lower than today's, but then it had a couple just volume pops during the day. And I read some DD on more failed deliver stuff and kind of trying to figure it out. And it seems, and these are theories, so but it's basically that we expose the failed delivers too much, and you know, hedgies that are probably not watching my channel, but whoever they have doing research on what the sentiment is of retail, it was out there quite a bit, and I actually had some reservation before I shared, you know, everything I did on the failed delivers. And so it seems like they don't have to cover on the last day able, and it seems like maybe they're covering intermittently, more strategically covering on certain days. And that's where we're seeing just little bits of pops. I mean, some of these are call sweeps, but some of these could be just some failed delivers, honestly, just covering here and there, and then it probably just gets shorted back down. So the hole they're digging is deeper every time, but it's possible they're trying to basically skirt the failed delivers. And then of course it's the shares that were offered. There's lots of theories about why the failed deliver didn't work, but the T35 31, I can't remember. Anyways, on this guy's thesis, he was saying tomorrow there's quite a bit of failed delivers that are supposed to be covered tomorrow. So that, along with the new 002 and 005 rules, I think it's like a T6 settlement time, but then they're opening up new options on that T6 to kick it down. So then that makes the T35 or 31, whichever it is, more solid. I'm not holding my breath for anything. I'll just look at the charts. Today's low is higher than this low, and this low is higher than that low. So that is actually very good. I did draw a couple little lines here. You know how I like to start drawing wedges once we get close to the end. So I just have my low here for this, whatever day this was, 5/11. And then I guess I don't, where's my other one? Oh, the other one's back at the bottom. Yeah, it's down here. So it's this time back in February. So got those two. I liked that, and we haven't hit it, so maybe they're a little low, but doesn't mean you always hit it. But today got pretty close, and if we're looking on the top end of it, I don't have one from way back then. I'm just doing this kind of shorter term high here, this high here, and it actually lined up perfectly with this one. So we've respected that one a few times. So it looks like we're still consolidating, still kind of squeezing into a tight little flag, pendant, whatever. On the daily, RSI ticked down today. I mean, today was a down day. We might have a pop in these last 30 minutes, actually. It's starting to now. We just need some velocity. Probably at least back up to VWAP, I would say. But on the daily, yeah, the MACD, it's starting to get down there, starting to flatten out a little bit and get closer to the kind of this zero equilibrium. So I'd say at least another day probably of this. You know, each day I was kind of saying it seems like we're going to keep being bearish. I keep selling puts into the bearishness, which isn't typically when you want to sell puts, but at any rate, I'm hesitant though because of just this bad MACD that just makes me think we're going to keep dropping. So we haven't yet, and this floor, this might be the floor. Today respected it and actually made a little higher, a higher low, which is that's I mean, that's good. This low, this low, this low. So yeah, I'd say we're might not dip down to the 180, and if it does, it'll probably be tomorrow. I don't imagine it'll do it on Tuesday because Monday's closed because of Independence Day. So I think it probably, if it happens, it'll probably be tomorrow. And then yeah, next week could be a big deal. Partially also because the SPY and just how high this thing keeps going and making all-time highs, just day after day after day after day after day. And then the Elliott Waves guy, he was looking at the SPY. He thought either he had the two different marks of like 329 or sorry, 429 or 432, I think. So not to say it has to get that high, but maybe tomorrow will be the last final blow off the top of 432. Or maybe today is the high. Or maybe tomorrow will blow off the top and then it'll sell off towards the end of the day, that's kind of what I'm thinking might be the case. I think we might have a little bit more of a green day, and it might go into the weekend green, or it might kind of get crazy just before close tomorrow, and then all this uncertainty into the Independence Day weekend. Next week could be GME's time to kind of break out to the upside of this zone, or it could be the week after. TA would tell me, TA would tell me it could be next week even, because let's see, this is the 2nd, this is Friday, and then what's saying 5, but that's a holiday. Yeah, so it'll be 6. So it'll be here. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely getting close. The wedge is getting tighter. We look at it back here, I mean, we had this long time of this kind of downward kind of consolidation. I don't think it's going to last that long. Just because we're at a higher level, all these new rules in place, all this hype around the 14th also, which is next 2 Wednesdays from now. I'm not, that's also the NFT day also. Oh, one thing, so now the new CEO, he has all his shares locked in, so today could have been a big announcement day, or it could be tomorrow still. We still have tomorrow. It could be announcement for a crypto dividend because they have to do it 10 days before, if they're going to do it on the 14th, which is when that NFT date thing is, then they would have to do it tomorrow. Or they could do any other kind of announcements tomorrow. So I'm going to wait for my calls, my naked calls. I want to hold some over the weekend, but I also don't. We've got quite a few shares now, and yeah, the 3-day weekend will just kill premium if we just continue to trade flat next week. So if there's an announcement tomorrow, though, I will be getting calls, and if there's one after hours, I'll probably dump a bunch into shares and not even I'll still do options, but you can't trade options after hours. So yeah, anyways, SPY ripping up today. We did some day trading on Express, lost money on all those little day trades. You really want to get in and out of your day trades before like 10:30, I'd say. And I wasn't in the mindset of like trying to day trade, and then I saw these ones going up and I was too late. But yeah, I'm so focused on banks, SPY, dumping, and GME mooning that it's like all these other plays just have to like get me distracted, and it's been this way for months now. I can't do like normal trades. It's kind of sucks. Even on the daily, like look, the SPY is at 66 on the RSI. Look on the hourly, this thing is at 81 on the RSI and the hourly, which is pretty stinking high. Hasn't been that high since back here in April. So yeah, we'll see on this. This has been epic blow off the top if that's what ends up happening. So I did open up some plays today. Ignore. So there's my day trades. So I sold 2 puts today. I was too excited. Part of the problem with me selling puts is that I'm just selling them short term. So when it's just trading flat, I'm like waiting for some velocity to the downside, but I'm also losing on the time decay. Every minute it's not gaining on the premium, or I'm not, my put isn't out there basically. So I think I sold one here and then one here, and then the bottom really wasn't until here. But they really didn't lose much value between these two. They really started to lose value once it got that low. But anyways, so we sold, yeah, I played Orf 2, played Marin. I'm just bored watching GME. Sold 2 puts for two more at 210, and then sold 2 more here at 210. So sold 4 at 210, and then bought SPXS calls for this closest expiration. Thought about waiting until tomorrow, but today could be the top on it. I'm not sure, but I'll probably scale in a little bit more. I picked these calls. Let me show you guys how I picked these. I wasn't looking at charts and like thinking, oh, this is gonna be resistance or whatever. On these, I basically just want, I'm just trying to kind of, I don't know if it's option chain arbitrage or what, but I'm just looking at the bid ask spread, the last price, and kind of trying to find, you know, where I can get, you know, because up here, look, if you did a market order up here, you'd pay 6 cents for it. When you could do this one way closer for 7 cents, but I'm not market ordering anyways. And then the ask is only 1 cent, so that's where I picked in here. This is right where it started to kind of break away, and I tried to get filled here for 5 cents or 4 cents, didn't fill, so I think I got it for 5 or 6. But that's kind of how I picked that, and yeah. So opened up that SPS XS. That's a 3-time leverage bear. So basically that's let me show you the chart here. So that basically just moves inverse to the S&P 500, but when S&P 500 is going down, it will go up 3 times, basically 3 times leverage. So these aren't really ones you want to hold, and to have options on them is maybe stupid. I don't know, it's so much leverage. But if they work well. I mean, if you can get the timing right, because these things just decay in value so quickly. Look at that, we're about to make all-time highs again. SPY all day long, all-time highs. Let's see, we had Tilray calls today, or no, lift. These lift calls are actually up like 150%. I didn't take profits because I didn't think it was going to just dump then, but anyways, these might be good tomorrow. And what do we, oh, Viacom was ripping up today. Naked calls still up 100%. Its debit spreads up 180%. And a lot of the other stuff is red, I guess. Credit Suisse puts are down a little bit. Banks, I mean, these bank options aren't really going to move until there's a big move, like the little day-to-day move of a penny, which is kind of crazy. You could just, I don't know, but that's not any, until this thing really gets movement. These aren't going to really hold value, even though they are, but I mean, like, get value and hold value. All right, UVXY is going to expire tomorrow. Wah. And so we've got 400 shares in here. We've got these 5 210 puts and 2 207.5 puts. So I probably will roll these over. I didn't do it last time because I wanted to start accumulating shares. But next week might be pretty flat, so rolling these over might be a good idea. I don't like the idea of rolling over though, because to me it's not actually rolling over. You're just I don't know. Mentally for me, I'm like, okay, I'm just losing money closing this trade, and I'm gonna open up another one that's worth more. It's the same to me as basically just closing out a losing trade and taking the L and then open up another one. I mean, that's what it's doing, but it feels better if you just do it in one trade, one transaction, and call it rolling over. But yeah, it's probably a good idea because I might be able to get a better price next week. And there's the SPY wanting to do all-time high again. GME is not really making its move, but it's possible some of these weren't just call sweeps. These could be some failed delivers covering. Tomorrow we could see some failed delivers. I'm stoked for it. I'm glad I'm starting to accumulate some shares. It's kind of crazy, man. I was starting to just think about just with the shares. With 1,000 shares, if this thing goes to $1,000 even, that's $1 million, which is kind of insane. What happens when you start using a lot of money? I'm thinking it'll probably go much higher than 1,000, but just that amount's kind of crazy. And I can't imagine what these contracts, these calls are going to do. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. And we are on Twitter if you'd like to follow us on here. Brick by brick. And we do have a Discord. Feel free to jump on here as well. Chat on there during the day and keep ourselves from going crazy. Marin and Express. Our Astra shares looking good. Okay, thanks guys. See you tomorrow. Peace out.